What do you think about this completely out of left field, unnecessary cancellation of this program, DACA, of these kids that their parents illegally immigrated to the United States of America when they were 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, and now some of them have served for the military, worked, they're going through university, they're all in their late teens, mid-20s, and there's a very good chance that they're going to be sent back.
Well, I don't think he can get away with that, Frank. I think the fact remains that he's going to modify going forward. This is not going to happen again. There will be no more illegal immigrants bringing their children over. So that's the statement. But those people who are already here, who only know the United States,
and speak English, and they're Americans.
Yeah, and they're American, and they go to school. That will be modified. You can't. I don't think that Trump is trying to do anything other than to support something that he used as a basis of getting elected, and it's his group who elected him who want their country back. And I'm exaggerating as I speak. I know that, but he can't treat kids or young adults who have spent their lives in America, been educated and become a part of the mosaic. He has to find a way of modifying the program going forward, and the only way to do it is to bury it. But you can't.
But why not say what you just said? Your words are logical. They're passionate. They're not impassionate, and they make sense. Why not say that? Say, listen, we're going to grandfather in the current 800,000, but going forward, we're going to change this controversial law that was passed and forced through by Barack Obama.
Yeah, I think, and Frank, I don't know, but I think what he's fed up with, and so are you and I and everybody else, is Congress can't pass anybody else's bills. Well, let's see what they can do for themselves.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I mean, I think that this guy, he's fighting 9,000 wars. He's fighting his own party. He's fighting the Democrats. He's fighting himself. I don't think he knows what he's doing because, you know, that's what should have been done. I should have went to Congress and said, look, this is, for me, it's a platform that I ran on, and there's 800,000. Let's go through all of the 800,000, the ones that are working, the ones that have vested themselves into society. We're going to leave them alone, right? But going forward, we're going to look at it.
Yeah. Well, I think ideally that's what he, and why he's doing it the way he is the only reason that I can...
But what Sarah Huckabee Sanders did today was extremely offensive to me, saying that the reason these 800,000 people have to be sent back is because there's 4 million Latino Americans that work in that age group. There's 3 million. She just kept rambling on things that these 800,000 kids of immigrants or undocumented immigrants, which is a proper term, are the blame for these stats, which is bullshit.
I agree. That's an exaggeration. It may or may not be true, but it doesn't relate to all of the 800,000 dreamers.
Yeah.
But I think that has to be sorted out.
Okay, well, Trump says the program is going to be phased out by March of 2020, the year 2020. Does it have to be passed, guys?
Yeah, if the president's given an executive order, it's law. I mean, it's law. It's a direction,
right.
Okay? It's a directive, right? Mm-hmm. Now, your question is, the way I've understood it, is that Congress will have to make it law. Now, Congress can tell him to take a shit, right? And it looks to me that that's exactly what's going to happen because a lot of Republicans like McCain and House Speaker Ryan today said publicly that it's a terrible decision and it needs to be left alone. There's much more important things that they need to attend to, like infrastructure and the nuclear problem and the hurricane. And the bad news today, because it's getting, be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. There's more worst coming. Apparently, there's another big hurricane coming.